Here's the enemy. Better be careful.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
Windblade!
Ha!
Windblade!
Ha!
You're
Looks like
too
we
easy.
won. The enemy.
Better be careful.
Let's
It's
get out of
hopeless.
here. The enemy.
I have no choice.
Ta! 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 Ha! Ha! Ta! Looks like we won.
I did it! Here's the enemy.
The enemy. Air slash.
Windblade!
Da! 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 Looks like we won. Hey!
Oh, good. Heads up.
Be careful.
Ray!
Da! Da! Da!
Fireball!
Ha!
Oh,
hurt?
is it already finished? Heads up. Here's the enemy.
Let's
It's
get out of
hopeless.
here.
Here's the enemy.
We're
It's
out of here.
Christmas. Careful.
What? Ta! Ta! Ha! 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 Ta! Ta! Unexpectedly weak.
Heads up.
Be careful. Air slash!
Ray.
Ha! Ta! Ha! Ha! Looks like we won. The enemy.
Looks like I must fight.
Ha! Da!
Win
Ha!
Ray.
Da! 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 Ha! Da! Da! We have a
Easier
full
than I
score
thought.
with this.
Behind me? Careful.
Ta! Ha! Ha! Ta! Ha! Ha! Ta! 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 Ha! 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 We have a full score with this.
Here's the enemy.
Be careful. We're
It's
out of here.
hopeless. Here's the enemy. Better be careful.
Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! 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 Yeah! Ha! We have a full score.
Yeah. Better be careful.
Yeah! Yeah!
Ray!
Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha!
They were
Unexpectedly weak.
Heads up. Looks like I must fight.
Yeah!
Ray!
Shooting stars! Shooting stars! Ha!
Ray! They were weak.
Hey!
I did it!